you take it easy on Coach Greg? He has a whole wrestling. He has an NBA Jam arcade. He has an Alf. He has a fucking He-Man thing back there. Is he trying to disarm jackasses like me? Like I'm ready to go in here and fucking make fun of this guy, and then he has this fucking room full of like he has replica wrestling belts there and figures and shit, all these collectibles, and now Back to the Future DeLorean thing up there. He has a little arcade on top of the big arcade. I mean, is this his way of trying to disarm guys like me? Like now I'm like, well, I can't really go that hard on Coach Greg. He's got an NBA Jam arcade. I want an NBA Jam arcade. He's even got. No, I don't know if that's a CMML belt, but dude, is this why Coach Greg is having a hard time finding a woman? Is this what it's all about? Being a nerd doesn't mean he's right. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But is it?
This is the delusion of a hater. Okay, I keep telling y'all. If you do not live, first of all, if men who don't live righteous, yo, you will never fucking prosper, yo. Because the thing is, like, when you're not living righteously, it leads you down a path of destruction to the point where you can't see when you're not making no goddamn sense. You can't see when you straight up just lying, bro. Anyone who watches this man's content, Coach Greg understands that man don't got no trouble getting women. What old boy is doing is he's coming in there with the intention of I'm about to hate on you. I'm about to shit on you. So what he's basically doing is, all right, I'm watching this video. Let's see what I can make fun of, rather than kind of letting the moment happen naturally, right? And there's nothing wrong with having a critique if it's well thought out and you're ready to have a conversation. He actually doesn't really have a strong critique. All the critiques I hear from these guys, if we keep it in a stack, bro, if I had to choose whose life I would want to have, I'm going to choose Coach Greg. If I can choose living a life where I can pick hopping into a G-Wagon, a Porsche, a BMW, a Porsche, not a 911, BMW, say an AMG. These is all things that, again, he's a regular dude. He built himself up from living in his car. That shit is simply inspirational. If I had to choose being able to go out the country and travel the world 5 to 10 times a year and knock down hot young pussy in every country, I said, damn, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Men say that kind of shit because you can't get no girls. So in your mind, you adopt this mindset of trying to keep the girl you got. So I'm assuming, I'm gonna give him some bail. I'm gonna assume that he does have a woman, right? For guys like this, right, getting a woman is actually difficult. And another reason why the previous guy said, where's your wife? And talking about how a man needs a wife and this and that. For a guy like that, getting into a relationship was difficult for you. Getting another woman may be a little bit difficult for you because, again, you wouldn't be a desirable man in the dating market. From your presentation, looks, all that shit. These are two low SMV men. And I'm not trying to have a conversation about men's looks and stuff like that, but I want to show you guys the correlation between below average men and their mindset. They actually, I keep telling y'all, you can't be friends with a broke nigga, and it's hard to be friends with a short nigga. Short niggas and broke niggas are always hating, they're always jealous, and they're always going to talk ish about you. This guy right here in the video, this is the kind of guy that you try to be friends with, but what he'll do is when there's other girls around or people around in general, what he'll do is try to find a way to embarrass you or make you feel uncomfortable in front of groups of people because he wants you to feel like him. So what you're also going to see is he's going to go over this specific scenario of a girl comes to the house, sees this stuff in his house, and they just so turned off. And they just like, oh my God, you're such a nerd. And, you know, oh my God, I forgot I had to go wash my hair. And they make up this excuse to leave. If you were into the lifestyle, first and foremost, that tells me, yo, you don't deal with no attractive women. Also tells me you ain't got no paper in your pocket. That's never been, because I say that because depending on what level you play on, you look at relationships differently. I be telling y'all, your Punani path will shape the man that you become in your past, present, and future. And both the men I showed you have a particular Punani path, and on the Punani path is starvation. On that Punani path is scarcity. They're afraid to lose their girl. That's how they live. Fam, I'd rather have options any day of the week. And you know why? Because I'm not afraid to live life on my own terms. You are.
Is this why he can't get a woman though? They take one look at his room, like he'd probably like see. Maybe the problem is like he wants like perfect tens, you know? He wants like the model hot women, right? And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm Coach Greg. I sell a book. Yeah." You know, and they're like, "Wow, Coach Greg, you have a successful YouTube." "Yeah, I got this whole successful YouTube channel, baby. I make that paper." "Yeah, and I got a book." I'm like, "Wow, Coach Greg, take me home now." And then he takes them home, and they're like, "What? What? What kind of room is this?" "Oh, these are my action figures. These are my wrestling belts." "You like wrestling belts? Why do you have so many wrestling toys? You're a grown man." And yeah, but baby, listen, I'm Coach Greg, though. I'm Coach Greg. Listen, I got a book. Remember my book? Remember that paper I make from YouTube? Yeah, don't forget about that. And look, my nice house. I got a nice house. And I'm like, listen, it's actually kind of getting late. I forgot I had to do something in the morning. I forgot I had to wash my hair early in the morning. So it was nice meeting you, Coach. Good luck with this. I'm gonna go now. Can you call me an Uber? Is that what goes on? Is that what happened? Nope, went to Comic Con many times. There's a lot of female nerds. No, no, no. I know there are female nerds.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
Well,
But I'm just saying that, like,
first of all,
like the
shut up,
wrestlers,
mind your business.
After like the hottest model women they could find, you know?
So the reason why I say that this guy gets no pussy, because the reality is this: when you got money, you doofus. You don't need them to like you. Tell me that you never got no pussy without telling me you don't get no pussy. Tell me that you never been with a baddie without telling me that you never been with a baddie. And again, I'm not saying that men have to do that and everything, but that's simply not how it works. No. Because again, men on this level, they can pay. Y'all have your hard time wrapping your heads around men with money. They pay to circumvent that shit. They pay for the convenience. Don't lie to me and say that you find honor in not having an easy pass. Once you have an easy pass, you will become addicted to driving with the easy pass. Because why? You don't have to keep change on you. You just drive through that bitch, right? No one sees an express lane and say, "No, I'm not taking the express lane because I'm committed to the process." No, nigga. No. If it's a game you want, if someone says, "Hey, if you pay extra $50, I'll give you the game 5 days early," that same guy would pay for that game if he has the $50 to avoid the inconvenience. That's how all men with money do it. They all pay. That's one thing. Also, attractive women, that's not how it goes. On that level, dudes don't deal with girls who not cracking. They don't come to the crib if they're not going to crack. You don't relate to that shit, bro. You don't relate to a woman wanting to fuck you. You don't relate to a woman being impressed by what you have. No, nigga. Nigga with a G-Wagon, she wouldn't care if he had a house full of teddy bears. You understand? So I said, hold on, you know what? It's my fourth time doing this shit, but the reason why I'm going to play these clips is because you can't allow men with a loser mindset, niggas with a hater mindset, to prosper and be able to get on these platforms and influence other men. That was another reason why I said before the Kendrick and Drake thing was a bad thing because a lot of niggas who are losers, they like loser music. They like music that doesn't perform, music that no one is listening to, that no one cares about. And again, nothing wrong with having obscure taste. It's not wrong with having being into underground rap. Nothing wrong with that shit, right? But you have to understand, yo, people are not bad people because they don't know about this rapper that you listen to that no one knows about. And at one point, that's who Kendrick was. Kendrick was someone where because his shit was obscure and it was kind of weird and different, you were cool for listening to him. That's kind of how it started. It started as, all right, yo, you're hip if you're able to get into that. It wasn't because the songs are so hot. Like, I loved the album Section 80, but I feel like that was peak song structure for him. Because those beats felt good. Those songs moved in a musical way. After that, the rest of his music, again, he at times he has like bops, but most of the time, your music is like disorienting, you know what I'm saying, or disorientating. It's confusing. Like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like I want to hear this anymore. The structure's not really good. It's not really actually fly. And hip hop has kind of grown past you making whatever kind of record you want. I say it's loser music because let me tell you something right now. The kind of niggas that know what the songs on the Mobb Deep album sound like, a lot of niggas got book bags. A lot of niggas ride the bus. So therefore that album sound better to you because you're walking and riding the bus. The Ransom album, the Lloyd Banks album, you know what I'm saying? This one, that one, the Clips album. A lot of niggas who ride the bus can listen to that and enjoy that shit. Nothing wrong with that. I can't play that shit in the car. I played that first track in the car, turned that ish off. I heard Whips and Chains one time. The reason why I don't like Whips and Chains most is because it sound like, first of all, I think it is a sample of No Church in a While. But the whole vibe of it, it's not, that's very much a time that's not here no more. That record in and of itself, it's like a Watch the Throne record. It sounds a lot like No Church in a While for me, right? And it's like that kind of song doesn't have a place in hip hop now because that song is mostly like, all right, songs that are about listen to how good I rap, that's outdated. That's kind of old school now. When you make a record, it has to be a whole look. You have to give the person everything. But anywho, well, overall, people who supported Kendrick, the people who upheld him the most were people who have a loser mindset, people who have a hater mindset. Matter of fact, a part of Kendrick's diss in Euphoria was, I'm your biggest hater. I hate the way you talk, hate you walk. Fam, since when is being a hater a good thing? The reason why we have the word hater is because it's a negative thing. It's meant to correct men's behavior, not encourage you to be jealous of people, not encourage you to speak negatively about people who helped you. Not for you to assume a righteous standpoint or righteous perspective with no, how can I say, no foundation, no proof. Anywho, and that's what losers always do. A loser always, and those, even those last two guys, right? The first guy, his real problem with Coach Greg is that dude does not have to bang the same soggy old broad. He don't gotta see, he don't gotta see his wife's titties sagged further and further down. And I don't mean the guy in the video got a wife with saggy titties, but I'm just saying that's a part of life. Seeing no saggy breast is a part of life. Listen, saggy breast bars is something you got to deal with. That's a part of life, right? You know what I'm saying? Dealing with her going through menopause, dealing with her going through her health problems. Let me tell you something right now. I can guarantee his wife probably got health problems right now, whether it's minor or major. If you're with a woman, you experience that with them. A lot of times they're going to have some kind of physical problem or health problem. If it's not their weight, at the very least it's their weight. But they're going to have something, especially if you stay with them into old age. And married men have a hard time just cheering other men on and saying, oh, okay, well, we have a different lifestyle. That's pretty cool. That's what's up. And moving on. They get very insecure about the freedom that you have and also the freedom and also how you're able to talk as an older guy. Meaning that you're still having new adventures. And the world in and of itself wants to see men be miserable and be unhappy in relationships, because in their mind, relationships are for women. They're not for men to enjoy. Men are not supposed to be happy during the duration of a relationship. It's about what did the woman get out of it. Because for the most part, men are gaslit into thinking that they're getting this amazing deal. Matter of fact, most men are gaslit into not even looking for a deal. Because most men don't come into it. Most men be thinking, if I can get some respect, some sex, and a warm sandwich, and you rub my left shoulder, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But you know that's broke nigga activity. All right, man. Let's play some of these receipts. All right. So my man, Coach. The reason why I'm defending Coach also is because I know what it's like for loser ass niggas to be able to speak on you, and they haven't done what you've done or achieved the exact same things, or they're not even able to do the exact same things. These niggas can't give you a video that they made that looks anything like that. All right. And when you see a chick on camera with Coach Greg, that's one of his joints, man. A lot of y'all can't talk that way, man. One more receipt. You know what I'm saying? Over there at the hotel, you feel me? Anytime someone wants to paint the picture that you're a loser or you're losing, listen, that's because for one, that's what they relate to. Those two guys were speaking solely from their perspective and their mindset of scarcity. Fuck that shit. You cannot let niggas with a hater mindset prosper. You cannot let niggas with a broke mindset prosper. You cannot let below average men prosper, because what they do is they encourage other men to be below average and stop working. Because what they also do is make you think a dude like this is negative. Or not even that. A lot of us are such followers that we think that if someone presents anything with a strong opinion, strong will, or they have a different lifestyle, that it somehow means that, oh, well, I have to be doing the same thing, or what I have going on is not as good, or that person is judging you or looking at you in a negative way. And all those things are no, that's not true. Everyone's their own person. Everyone has a part to play in the game, man. But I wanted to post a few of these receipts because Coach be posting receipts, my boy. Okay, this is Coach over there in front of the 911.
All right, what's going on? So we are in class today. So
with those dudes you saw earlier.
First day of the week is always Sunday.
I'd rather be this nigga right here with the baldy.
What is the thing we're trying to focus on throughout the week?
In front of a Porsche.
Shitting on the haters and shitting on the hoes. Right?
Smoking a designer cigar. Then beat a dude with the second dude didn't even have a fucking backdrop. He's on a fucking green screen talking shit with bad lighting and a crappy mic. The first guy, and again, his setup wasn't bad, nothing like that. But I don't. Your tone, your grooming, the clothes you have on, and again, clothes not bad or nothing like that. But I'm not looking at this guy thinking, I need to hear what he has to say. I need to listen to him. Not only that, and again, I'm not saying he pussy, but I'm not. I don't hear. I love his masculine expression. I want to be able to express myself like that. Because again, when you're an oppressive guy, men, I'm not saying they want to necessarily imitate you, but they can at least have a part of you that they admire. They might say, I like how he expressed himself. I like how he dressed. I'm saying that brother in real good shape. I want to be in good shape like that. Shit like that. You know what I mean? We got Coach at the goddamn Crawford fight. Ringside, nigga. Showing receipts. I be seeing you niggas, man. Listen, I see big, fat, ugly women every day who got kids. They getting knocked out. They getting knocked down by somebody. Okay? So I know for a fact, a lot of you guys do not be with women who look good in dresses, who look good naked. You don't be with women who have flat stomachs. None of that shit. You do not be with women that if someone said, hey, do you want to go to the ringside? Do you want to go to the Crawford Canelo fight? You can sit ringside. Y'all don't got not one girl that's interested in you that you can bring and have them on camera with you at that fight. And you'll be proud to be seen with them. A lot of you dudes have never even experienced the kind of girl that you're proud to be seen with, or the kind, or even the experience of being with a woman that makes you look good. And I'm not saying the girls in this video, they're all super gorgeous or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, yo, there's nothing like still having motion at an older age. And old niggas, let me keep it a stack with you. They do be hating because at the end of the day,